Everybody works very hard. It's not just that some people are working and getting rewards and some people are not working. We all work very hard and we feel that we are owed something, that life owes us, that we need to get something from life. And while expectation is very normal, we all do it. To be mindful and aware of what we are expecting and how to avoid disappointment. Because the partner of expectation is disappointment. When you expect, you will be disappointed. Why is expectation bad for you? I mean, after all, if I've put in all the hard work, I should get the money at the end of it. Why is the project failing? If I've put in all the, cooked a meal, then it should taste good at the end and everybody should praise me. Why is everyone eating silently and not saying a word to me? If I meditate every single day, then I should feel peaceful at all times. So why am I getting upset when somebody says something to me? You get angry with yourself. You get angry with the world. You get angry with, it's almost as if you feel that life is out to get you. And that's not it. That's not it. The problem with expectation is that you're approaching life with a feeling of lack. You see, if you had everything, if life is perfect, if you don't need one more thing to complete you, if everything is going well your way, if everything is just perfect, there's no expectation of anything, right? It's because something doesn't go right. Or, conversely speaking, if you've had a long period of good things, and all of a sudden, boom, it hits you. And you say, this is not supposed to happen. I am not supposed to be unhappy. I don't deserve this unhappiness. Why is this happening to me? I've done everything that I can. I'm a good person. I give everything to life. I deserve to be happy at all times. I don't deserve this illness. My money should never have gone. How can this happen to me? How can this person be taken away from my life? It's not fair. It's just not fair. You want things to happen on your terms. You expect that it's always going to happen just that way on your plan. And when it doesn't, you wonder why. You wonder why you're unhappy. What is it that you want? If you are always happy, if you are always peaceful, then will you even understand anything better than that or anything worse than that? It is because that there is darkness that you appreciate the light. It is because there are moments of tremendous sadness that you appreciate the gifts in your life. It is only when you have one or you don't have one that you get the other. All things work in opposites. Life is like that. Everything complements each other. You understand the one because of the other. So if you had joy all your life and all your life and all your life, it wouldn't be joyous anymore. It would be normal. It would be boring. It would be utterly boring. If life didn't give you challenges, life would be boring. But the difference, what I'm asking you to do, is not to look at life as something that's going to give you something sometime in the future. So what is expectation? When I get that money, then I'll be happy. When I get that job, then everything's going to work out fine. When the prices of homes come down, then I'll buy my apartment. Right? Everything is conditional on something else. No. Right now, are you happy? That is the true test. Are you completely content? Are you okay with everything that's happening with you now? To face your life, always waiting for some event to take place, or to face your life, always regretting the past, feeling that you're a failure because then it was different. Then it was rosy. Then you had lots of hair. Then your skin was not wrinkled. Then you were slim and beautiful. Then you had so much money, had such a beautiful house. What happened to me? To make this moment one of disappointment, one of sadness. Is that what you deserve? Whatever you bring to this moment, whether it is a regret from the past, you're glorifying your past, or whether you're glorifying your future, whatever you're bringing in and saying, I was happy then, I will be happy then, it's only a thought in your head. And it's this thought that's making you restless and unhappy and miserable. That's it. It's a thought. It's nothing. Supposing you did not even know what a thought was, what would remain? Just an image from some time, from something, somewhere. Nowadays, we watch so many movies and videos. God alone knows where the images come into our subconscious, right? Who knows where this came in and where it got stuck inside our heads? So, what are you lamenting? What are you feeling sad about? Did you even have what you had? How do you know? How do you know at this moment, whatever you have, you have? That's it. That's it. Whatever you think about the past is nothing other than a memory. And what is a memory? It is one more thought. And over that thought, you're making yourself crazy. Instead, live your life with expectancy. So see, when a farmer plants a seed in a field, right, he expects that at the end of the season, there's going to be a harvest, correct? He doesn't dig up the seed and say, okay, now what stage is this seed at? Is it getting proper sunlight? Come on, sun, shine on the seed. He's not doing that, right? He does what has to be done. He waters it. He fertilizes the farm. And he knows, it's not even a feeling. He knows. He's not hoping. He doesn't have faith in God. God, please grow the seed. He knows for a fact that if I plant the seed and I water the seed and I do what has to be done, there will be a harvest. So think of this moment as a moment of expectancy. That today, in this moment, whatever I do, is sowing the seeds of a bountiful harvest for myself. So if you're spending this moment feeling utterly sorry for yourself, blaming others, feeling guilt that you said something, did something, expecting something else. Your mind is filled with misery and negativity and sadness and disappointment and lack of self-esteem, and yet you want the bountiful abundance. How is that possible? How is that possible? Instead of expecting, bring yourself back. Stay in this moment. Stay connected. Stay connected with whatever's happening. Do what has to be done. There are so many times you find that you have family members with whom over a Thanksgiving dinner, you've had a major fight. Some words were exchanged, something is done. You said something, they said something. And it's a disappointment, because the expectation is that of love. You wanted them to love you the way you love them. And that's not going to happen. To change how you feel, to now relate to them with hatred, is not the option that I'm asking you to pick. You still love them in your own way. You do what has to be done. And if it is to come back, it will come. It will come. You have the expectancy of normalizing everything one day in the future by doing what you have to do now. And it's not that you're expecting a specific reaction, or that if you feel love, immediately the whole world is going to love you. Probably not. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he thinks and she thinks and they think and the whole world thinks. What your boss thinks, what your mother-in-law thinks, what your daughter thinks. What is important is what are you thinking? What is in your mind now? You have to fill yourself. Just conceal yourself in this bubble of love. Doing what has to be done now. And I'm not saying, like, when we ask you to meditate and I ask you to breathe, I'm not asking you to sit in meditation all day long, or to renounce action, or to, become some sort of a yogi going to the mountains. That's not the solution. You be here now. You do what has to be done right now. Action in the moment with no thought of concrete results of that action. You do it in the spirit of sacrifice, just like you pour ghee into a flame. And that's a Vedic metaphor that's always given to us. You live your life as if you're offering to the world like ghee in a flame. When you pour ghee into a flame, the flames just rise higher. You give of yourself all the time. All the time. If you live your life just saying, what can I do for you? Instead of what about me? How am I going to get this? What am I going to do? When am I going to get this? Praise me, raise me to the skies, give me money. Instead of that, if you just lived your life with how can I live my life? Just giving away. That is expectancy. Expectancy is feeling the fullness of everything. The complete contentment, the complete gratitude, because you have so many gifts. What is it that we want? We always want the 20% that's not there in our life, correct? We have 80%. Got good health, got a good family, got good children, but you don't have those fancy friends. Right? You always want what you don't have. If you stay instead in the space of what you do have, It just grows. It grows. That's when, even when you get the cancer, even when you get the heart attack, it's not a big deal. It just becomes a bump in the road. You understand perfectly well that just life is about things just popping up. Things are happening, things are happening, things are happening. And the way in which you respond, that is the art of living. That is the art of living. You live knowing that you have stuff to do, doing what you have to do, not thinking, relinquishing thought. Give up your thoughts. See that whenever you're feeling sorry for yourself, whenever you're disappointed in yourself and in others, that you're able to catch your thought and say, what am I doing? Why am I feeling sorry for myself? Why am I so disappointed? So it didn't work out. So what? This doesn't work out, something else will. If this was not meant to be, something else is bound to happen. And if it doesn't happen, then something else will happen. Right? Doors keep opening. But if you are not even awake and aware that this door is opening, how do you know that this is the door for you? If you're, most of us, like I always used to tease my daughter that you all are looking so much at your phone that the young man that's supposed to be part of your life is standing in front of you and you don't see him because you're like this. Right? Opportunities come, and I was caught in other people's lives and caught in the past and it's blowing up with social media. This is blowing up in our faces. It is so important to practice presence, to just learn to observe. And for those that have I just released a video today which is all about observation, a meditation that's just observing. So go to the channel and watch it. It's a great training because we don't practice presence enough. We don't get ourselves back to the present moment. And it doesn't come with just 20 minutes of meditation or joining the class once a week. After you learn to meditate, after you breathe every single day, after all that, you have to bring the knowledge into your life. You have to bring it into your life and you have to practice every single day. That's the magic. And what happens is when you meditate is that you're able to catch yourself. Whereas 10 years ago, it was just going on and on and on, and thoughts were going on, and you couldn't make head or tail of it, and you couldn't understand why you were so miserable. Now you say, hey, okay, now my thoughts are running away with me. Now I'm going to rein it in. Take a deep breath and let it all go. Everything is okay. Life is good. You are taken care of. It's all just perfect, right as it is. Om Namah.